Gus Kane, Horseman of the Apocalypse, greets you and welcome to our inaugural live. I will be doing commentary, and later my tag team partner Grimgoth will tag in and take the live from there. So I will be here for the first half as the warm up act. Now, we shall wait till the humans arrive. Ah, I mean, Bob, he never takes his mask off. I take mine off at least sometimes. Oh, man. Bob and Lori kissing. Alphaeus, I'm a war. I believe in war. I do not believe in love. I believe in love to make more warriors. Oh, God, Bob. You sicken me, Bob. You sicken me. You have fallen for the giant lustful harlot, Bob. Now, I do think that she could probably bear a cannon if you could manage to get her out of the house. Well, Ernest is live. I'm not subscribed to Ernest. Lucky me. Well, we'll have to get over here and borrow our friend's phone. For he is subscribed to Ernest, where I am not subscribed to Ernest. Well, Ernest, make words. Make words.
Time and life.
And I shall mock you.
Enjoy it. Enjoy your life, guys. You only have one. I watch so many people get caught up in bullshit. Bullshit. They get caught up in so many ways, and they don't even know what the hell they're even doing. I've seen it firsthand, guys. Firsthand. Your life will be what you make it. To all the mods, to all my mods I've ever had out there in life, in every channel I've ever had, these last 3 or 4 channels, the last 3 or 4 channels I've had, I want you all to understand. I want you to know you've never been left alone. I want you to remember this, people, to our enemies. A tiger will see you 100 times before you see them once.
Ernest, I do not think that this tiger will see me first, as I do have night vision goggles with thermal inside of my mask. Therefore, this tiger will not see me first, because, once again, you use the right tool for the right job. You get your thermal imaging, you get the tiger at night, you put down some kitty food, and a crack pipe, because, if the cat doesn't want the carcass, he'll take the crack pipe. And then you get him from a distance. And then you skid him and you hang him from a tree like a predator.
Before you see that tiger, a tiger's already looked at you 100 times.
We have already disproved this.
I want you all to also know that a wounded tiger is a dangerous, dangerous beast.
Oh, yes, Ernest, but, there's a fat chick when she has diarrhea after like 8 tacos and you're in the way between her and the bathroom. A man can get trampled. You think that you're safe, but, Taco Bell can be a very, very dangerous place depending on what they're serving on that given day.
I want each one of you to know that you're born to achieve great things.
I'm a horseman of the apocalypse. I know this, Ernie.
Your pain will be your motivation.
Oh, Ernest, your pain will be my motivation. My pain will be an annoyance for me, like to run out later with some alcohol. I mean, if you're gonna take a good look here, I mean, Alpharius already has a boo boo. I mean, most YouTubers go, oh, woo hoo, my boo hoo. Do you see Alpharius whining about his boo hoo? I mean, Alpharius has got a hell of a boo boo. I mean, this arm is black, like his heart. But you hear me whining about the boo boo? I proudly bear my boo boo.
Forget all the mistakes you made. Just remember the lesson. Remember the lesson that you got from the mistakes.
The boo boo, you mean?
One of the most important things I could ever teach you guys is it's not over until you win.
Duh. I always win. I'm war.
Most importantly, I want you to understand this. It's better to live 1 year as a tiger than 100 as sheep.
I don't know about that, just saying.
To live 1 year as a tiger than 100 as sheep.
But for 50 years you can train as a sheep, and you can become the most dangerous sheep that has ever existed. You can be a sheep of power, and in 50 more years, you and your sheep army can conquer the world, Ernie. It's not better to burn out and fade away. That's what you want your rivals to do. Sheep fucker.
Think about that. Think about that, people. Most importantly, I want you all to understand is, for all you people who fuck me over, you've got another thing coming.
Ernie, it's your sheep lover. I fucked you over at Phil's house. Ernie, bend over. Ah, yes. She comes to my sheep calls. Yes, allow me to hit this button, you foul beast. You foul creature. Ah, she's my mask polisher. She forgot to do it earlier, and she has decided that my mask must be polished now. You know, fortunately, she's not a timely minion, but she's definitely dedicated to her chore. Did he set up, or did I not hit the button? Because, I mean, you're, well, into it, let's just say. May I check? Break time. Ah, it's break time. No, evidently break time's over. Yes, it's time to get back to mask polishing. Yes, I know. It's time to polish the mask. You mask polishing little monster. But obviously it's not hit because you're like, shit, he's went to fucking music already. Evidently it's time for Ernest to do a line. Ah, yes, you see, being a villain, you have disadvantages, and Ernest is, he can't do a lie for having to do lines. Now, once again, Alpharius, if he had to do a line, he would have did it before we started. You know, that's the key to winning battles. You have to go before you start. Yes, I mean, when you go to battle, the side that wins is the one that has went to the bathroom first. It always happens, because it's a lot harder to fight when you shit your pants. You stop it, psych. Foul beast. Foul beast. Oh no, the foul beast is eating me. Oh God, no, it's a foul. You stop eating me. Why did you stop eating me? It's got me. it's got me. Oh, shit, where's my sword when I need it? Oh, shit. You foul creature. You foul creature. Ah, ow. Okay, I'll eat a little blood. All right. Summer has gotten first blood during this live stream. Congratulations. Alphias is proud of you. Summer has first blood. Yes. She's purring. She's very happy that she has now blooded me. And I'm going to pinch it. And if Ernest does not, I'm going to pinch his fucking head off. Excuse me, I'm just going on a villainous rant. I guess pinching the heads off is kind of giving against terms of service, I think. Just slightly. Oh, Ernest. Ernest. Damn it. Damn it. Huh. Well, he ended. Yes, Ernest, his Lightning Tiger birthday special, he ran for 33 minutes and he ended. Now, Alpharius, we're going to have a program that is going to extend till just after midnight Eastern Standard Time. We are going to be here, and myself and Grimgolf is going to entertain you for the duration. So, I got here for at least a 2.5 to a 3 hour live, planned for 3 hours. And what does he do? 30 minutes. He wants to pleasure a woman. He always talks about pretty girls, pretty girls. I came here ready to give you 3 hours, and he gives you 30 minutes. Now I see why the women are so disappointed in him. Yes, everyone, I can see why the women are so disappointed. Congratulations, YouTube Schizophrenic. You have the first wrench here. Yes, you have now joined the team and went, hello, let it go. Well, fortunately here, the firing does not usually start until midnight. So yes. Well, Miss Green, we're getting the team back together. Yes, but it's not going to be an all-boy band. And we're certainly not going to let Deity sing. I hate him. Yes. Yes, I hate Deity. Yes, I like that. I'm trying it on. I'm wearing it like a cloak. Yes, I hate Deity. Let us relish in that thought. Now, most of you don't know who he is, and you should relish in that thought. Well, actually, I expect evil to be afoot sometime this live stream. And I expect that you will have to use that wrench in an aggressive fashion. Well, fucking Ernie. Breaking character for just a second. I did plan on Ernie going in at least an hour, hour and a half maybe. And then he quits on me at 30 minutes. Now, Alphias, I will find something for us. Oh, fuck. Bob and Lori. Well, they are shut in, so I guess that means it's kind of a have to. Now, truthfully, Trisha went out. She's wearing a lovely, lovely dress with her bosom hanging out tonight. And I did say that the woman looked extremely hot. Ah. I know, I'm looking at the button and I'm waiting to hit it. It's Bob and Lori. You see, Alphaeus dreads things now and then. I don't dread battle, but I do dread cattle. Wine, Bob, wine. See, Bob, wine. Bob can't. Betty did not see that joke coming. Bob.
Yeah, see. And the funny thing is, and this is
Bob,
what
I hate
understand,
Dee and I'm not too
Lakers
thrilled with
know
you either, just
how it
saying.
feels. He's been dragged for the last year and how long? I know how it feels, and it sucks. You know, this place would be such
Have a good
nice
night,
place
Miss
if we
Let
didn't
It
have to worry
Go.
about being doxxed or harassed or told we couldn't be in this chat because of that person or that chat because of this person or because this person's ex did a show about bestiality. That's gotta mean these two are into it.
Lori, if it wasn't for bestiality, you would never get a date.
I think I would remember going to jail for TV, but hey, it's possible. Well, it was about those during that 5 years. I don't remember.
Maybe you had fallen into a really deep sleep for 5 years and something happened then. And...
No shit.
If Bob could only see, he would find out that Lori looks like Bambi ate a hippopotamus.
It's nonstop, exactly. Simply sublime. Welcome, by the way.
Welcome.
And the thing is, I mean, we've been guilty of doing what we've done, and I'm not proud of it. But you know, you do get caught in it, and I'm not giving us a pass or anything of that nature.
There's no pass. No.
But you know,
all this whining.
When you first, I'm going to say this because it's the truth. When you first get doxxed, the first few times that you're doxxed or your information's put out there, or you know, stuff from your past, or you know, they use your kids against you, or they do whatever. It's shocking. It is.
Lori, I live in the damn barn.
It is like, you know, it shakes you. It's like, holy
with
shit.
my war
I'm
horse.
watching my life online. Like, what the fuck? Then they throw the lies in, and then it's just like, what the fuck? Did I do that? I didn't do that. That's not how I remember it. You know, I remember it this way.
You're welcome, Senator. Well, again, I know I refer to The Walking Dead a lot.
Now, just because this was more interesting, if you notice that I can actually use this mask and I can slightly mimic facial movements if I use my chin and my cheeks, I can actually manipulate it to where I can make it look a little bit more like it's a part of my face. Now, Rap's mask cannot do that. But, you know, I have done practice with this thing to where, in reality, I can make it look more facial than normal.
Been one of my favorite shows. I'm looking forward to seeing the newest season, if it, whenever it comes to Netflix. But they would ask a question, you know, how many walkers have you killed, and how many people? And those were some of the questions that they would ask to determine if somebody might be safe around them. Because the reality is, like, even with the military and things, I'm sure a lot of us have heard it stated that every time that you do something like that to someone, it gets easier and easier and easier. And it's the way that the crap is out here too. And I'm sick of it. I'm absolutely sick of it.
The thing is, too, like we said, what happened in that chat and how much like piranhas those people were. going after people's information and stuff. It's like, dude, it's YouTube. What the hell? Like, what have we walked into?
Right.
This is weird. And, you know, I'm going to say this honestly, up until that point, you know, we are kind of like, okay, you know, go Ernie type deal. But after that, I was like, yeah, no.
You're welcome, consoles.
No, because no, I don't do it like this. I don't play this game like this. No.
No.
I don't care what rap's done to anybody. No, we don't do it like this. And it made me definitely open my eyes.
So,
It doesn't matter if he knew who rap was this whole time or anything. It doesn't matter. He listed 50,000 people and he got one right.
All right. Alfarius, I'm a warrior. We celebrate the new year. We look forward to the challenges. These two are acting like people have died. I have seen more funerals happier than these two.
but I don't know. I don't have anything else. I know I'm not going to be able to stay up till midnight. It's only 6:51.
Oh, I can't say anything. So we're going to be starting back up on Ion. Coming out in the new year.
We're going to give some really. Our goal is to give some really boring content to Rob.
Well, yeah, we really don't have to worry about you giving any more boring content than what you've already given us. Alfarius is sure of this. You definitely have the boring content market cornered. If I ever need someone to bore a crowd, we'll call you, Bob. We'll call you.
Yeah, real boring content. So that means we're going to be talking about true crime stuff, and it is going to be on our monetized channel.
Hello,
So
Princess
I'm sure
Hula.
the haters will call us out for being grifters or tragedy pimps or whatever. So that's what we're going to do. We'll still stream here.
Well, I'm going to break character for just a moment because they have told what they're going to do on their channel. Now, this channel, I'm going to go back to putting serious work in. And I'm going to give you various comedy characters. And now and then for an easy live, I'm going to do Alfarius, and he's going to do comedy commentary. So Alfarius on this channel is going to be our comedy commentator. So he will be doing that. And once again, because I can't always do the Grimgoth effect, Grimgoth will be coming to you from his secret lair, from his dark chamber, and you'll get a black screen with him. Now, to let you know what I usually do, oh shit, wrong thingy. Wrong button. What I usually do to do Grimgoth on this old tablet, because normally when you try to do negative viewing, it washes out. But this test mode, you know, you can see me more as Grimgoth. Hard to get this just right. I've not practiced this. But, you know, I'll get it in test mode. And then for 2 minutes, it will stay in test mode. So I take another thing. I use one hand all the time, hidden with another one, and I shoot my test mode. And that's how I can do a quick 2-minute video with Grimgoth, up to 2 minutes. And that's how I do most of them. Now, you can get a program to do it, but oh my God, it's a memory-eating hog to where I can quickly run out of, even on an iPhone, of all my memory. and then have no memory for anything. But I can always do that in, well, that's what we're going to do, Hula. Now, one thing that, now, I had sent you a DM, actually regarding what I'm talking about, because I have found out now with StreamYards, I can panel from my phone. And where I would normally not do, panels to where I would pull up anyone, but since I do have the ability to create panels if I want to, I was thinking of finding other people to make other characters and then create a panel show sometimes to where each of the guest performers would put up their cash apps. And we would entertain you on panel as our characters, on various topics or comedy bits that we come up with. And once again, I've been looking for other creators that might be interested. And I asked Miss Born to Hula if she would be interested in coming up with a character. And once again, I sent her a message earlier telling her this. I'm not sure if she saw it or not yet. But, this is what I do intend on doing. And once again, even if she wasn't here, I was going to mention this part. I might have left her out and just said another creator. But since she's here, well, the fun thing is you get to create your character, because what was going to make this interesting is me not controlling it. Now, what I did come up with an idea, if everyone is a supervillain, everyone can create whatever character they want. Like Alfarius. He is a horseman of the apocalypse. Remember death, war, plague, and famine? He's war. And he's happy about war. He likes conflict. He also has all the morals of a styrofoam cup. Hot, cold, whatever. He's also crazy. Another thing about Alfarius, he talks to stuffed animals. And like at Goodwill for like a quarter here or there, I had gotten a handful of stuffed animals, and he talks to them like they're people. Because Alfarius is crazy. Yes, he is a horseman of the apocalypse, but he is also batshit fucking insane. Because see, that's an aspect of war. Because I was thinking when I created the character, I'm like, war is truly insanity. And then I got the idea, not only do I make him a horseman of the apocalypse, how about if I make him over the top insane to top it all off? And that's what I came up with Alfarius. I mean, if everything's horrible, it absolutely enthuses him. Matter of fact, anything negative is his stimulus, except boredom. And Grimgoth is an actual dark elf. And a part of Grimgoth's thing is he's going to tell you tales tonight of ancient times and how humans became human. That's going to be a part of the Grimgoth content tonight. So, once again, as I mentioned, other creators that want to occasionally have fun, we can create characters, come on here, panel together, or go on their channels and panel together and do content, and people can put up cash, and the performers can put up their cash apps. And it also can get cross traffic between whatever channels. Well, okay, Annie. Well, cool. That actually works great then. Well, maybe extinctive, but I mean, after my last two bad relations, see, one thing that I learned in therapy is women aren't bad. It's just, when I was young, I was attracted to the wrong woman, and the wrong women were attracted to me. No, there's no Ernie Live. Nope. Nope, there ain't no Ernie Live. Just saying. Nope, no Ernie Live at all. Now, I'd rather than be live, she's saying, than a Bob and a Lori. It looks like Bob and Lori quit too because they're afraid that people will talk about them. Bob and Lori buggered off. Team Rose is live. Now, this is an interesting thing because I have to think with each of my characters, what would they think of someone? And I just was trying to think, what would Alfarius think about Team Rose? And I have to stop myself for a minute because remember I told you that he's just absolutely batshit crazy? Well, Alfarius would think that she makes sense. I have to laugh about this for a moment because, once again, I'm about to put on Team Rose and about to put on the mask. Now, after a while, I'm going to stop having out-of-character breaks. It's just since this is the first live and people are going in and out, I want them to understand the comedy a little bit and what's going on here. Oh, yeah, it looks like they all did. I mean, it's New Year's Eve. I mean, this was supposed to be their New Year's Eve streams. I mean, seriously? Like I said, it don't matter if any of them's live or not. You know, I can make an entertaining 3-hour live, but wow. I mean, left and right. Now, honestly, if I knew everyone was going to run out like this, I would have started this live at like 10:15. Oh, but I can, yeah, well, maybe YouTube's schizophrenic, maybe. But I have to laugh about it all. But yes, you know, so you'll have to prepare yourself for sarcasm. Because, of course, Alfarius is going to think that Team Rose makes absolute perfect sense. Team Rose, where did you go? There you are. Operator error.
We genuinely care.
Is this her same live from this morning? Damn. She started this live over 8 hours ago. Now, she has a panel on with Aegis Simmons, J. Dave, and Team Rose. So to frame this, it's a panel of 3, and I think this Aegis Sims is the one that was starting to talk.
Lolo needed to be fed. We genuinely cared that we wanted his platform to take off. People were donating so this man could elevate. So when he started presenting to us that he was going out on the road to help with searches in these cases, and his ex-girlfriend blasted out the truth, the truth, that he was taking our money. Take it now, and Dave, I just want you to understand this. This was off the back of Covina, when people were losing their jobs.
Okay, well, I'm going to do something different. Yes. Now, once again, now that I save. Now, once again, I'm going to take the mask off, and I'm going to tell you a story. Because you see, what I did here with where I live, now, I have a YouTube friend called Magog of Morskar. He has a 30,000 subscriber channel. He's a good guy. He creates great comedy. And YouTube's got him so hid. But what he did was created a program called SideQuest, where they had people that played medieval characters, and they got together in panel, and they created games. And it used to be a very fun program. Well, the cast over it changed over some time, and I have to say that it really did hurt the show, and it's not nowhere near as popular as it was. Now, Magog is a great guy, but he came up with the idea of doing a whole medieval theme. And I think it was so cool. He wanted to actually bring a sitcom to YouTube. And COVID ruined everything. And the algorithm, because, you know, he was blowing up. But as soon as they shadow banned us all, he's not gained a subscriber. Come here, Dark Evil Richella. Baby. Okay, here we go. But yeah, and it was a fun thing. I mean, his side quest program where people were characters and then they got on panel and interacted, it was fun. And they made games out of it. So this is what I was kind of thinking. To make comedy with other creators who make their own supervillain character. You know, rather than just a medieval character, because that way, anyone, being supervillains, anyone could bring whatever character they wanted to create. Because you know how there's superhero teams? What I'm thinking of is a supervillain team. Or someone could even make a superhero character just to argue with us. But yeah, Hula, you know, that because that's what I was going to, you know, my sales pitch that, you know, that message on Instagram I sent, that's what I was going to say. You know, I'm slowly developing this over time and I'm giving it thought. But I also know from watching SideQuest, it would have to have the right personalities doing it. So there wouldn't be infighting. And I know that you have a personality that crap can roll off of her. You know, you could sit and play fun with each other on a panel. You know, the problem with SideQuest is they finally got someone that didn't play well, and he wasn't a well person, and it brought the program down. A bunch of people quit, and then the people that replaced, they just were not as good. Nowhere near. Mr. Schizophrenic, we got the first person to get banned on this channel. Do you wish to do the honors? I mean, you like spam something before you get banned. He missed. Okay, here we got him. There it is. There, congratulations, YouTube Schizophrenic. You have got to ban the first person in the first live. And you got the first trench. And you get a celebratory. Well, I was gonna say give you a celebratory wave, but she'll give you a celebratory ignore. Yes. Now, if you look on Grimgoth, now has a tab. Just to let you know. Now, on Grimgoth's tab, I am going to show you comedy. Yes, I am. On Grimgoth's tab, I will show you funny things. And that will be the core of Grimgoth's community tab. You know, to kind of let you guys get under some understanding of some more content. So, you know, I am mainly going to use his tab for comedy. But yes, Miss Hula, you know, once again, in this way, if someone wanted to make a villainous character, they could also just do this whenever they want to. It'd be kind of like our own panel comic books. And everyone gets to make their own characters. So that's my idea. And then once again, rather than trying to divide a spoil or something, this channel's unmonetized and everyone can just put up their Cash App and give to whoever. And since you're with Child, in about, because, you know, I figure work on this a few months, let people get characters together, and then about maybe in 6 months start. And in about 6 months, I got a feeling you're going to have a lot less hula hooping, Jesse. Now, Miss Hula is with Child. She's going to be a mommy again. And most of my other channel, most of the ladies on there are above 35, so I'm sure they're going to feel with you. Well, good. You can start my live. Matt, you want to go? Bye, Mike. Like I said, we don't fuck around. Hey. But yeah, so that's what I was thinking, Miss Hula. So once that's what I was thinking is, and as of today, I mean, you are cast as a supervillain. Now I am too. Now, when I get to my other channel and talk about dumb drama, my ex psycho mod is talking to my ex psycho girlfriend and making up everything in the universe. Now, I got an email earlier that was promising to put me in jail. So yes, my ex mod, along with my ex girlfriend, is planning on. They're guaranteeing I'm going to be put in jail. And guess what? I'm being watched. Yes, according to them, the officials, the authorities, I am being watched. I know you can't make this shit up, can you? But they do. So, that's been current drama of the day. So, once again, I've been cast as a supervillain, so I am going to be a supervillain. Now, you see, a part of the story is I really am a supervillain. I'm Thanatos. I am death. Why do you think I got war hanging in my barn? Because I, too, secretly am a supervillain. Aren't I? And this is my supervillain cat. No bones. See, she has the power to become boneless. As you can see, this cat completely has the power to have no bones. Don't you? She can become boneless on command. She says, fuck bodily structure. Yeah, okay, fuck bodily structure. There you go. You can have your bones back. But yes, that's a part of the story. Now, Verily Veronica is supposed to live in my old trailer because on my property, I have 2 trailers and I have a large barn. And in that barn, I have a magnificently large loft. And it's set up like an apartment rec area. I've got 3 shooting areas for characters. And that's where I normally shoot my Alfarius videos at. Hello, Izzy. No, that ain't Izzy. Nope, that's Speakeasy. Like I said, we're going to come in here and get... Well, I've got like alcohol wipes. Now, my nice subscribers, because I don't have any running water for the winter, they sent me cases of alcohol wipes. And as you can see, my hair's completely clean because I washed it today. But they want to attack me and they think it's going to hurt my feels. That's why I was saying, one of the first things I wanted to do was give a wrench. Because that's not the real Izzy Pop. It's rap. And his girlfriend ain't there for him because he wants to fight. Because his goal for 6 weeks has been to divide the community. And I'm not going to let him do it. Rap was my rogue mod. I didn't make a stink about it, did it? I just quietly took his wrench. Roger's not dumb. And then I unblocked everyone to give everyone a chance. And then I just started reblocking people that needed to be blocked. But, that's where I have to laugh, is they think it's going to bother me or you. I mean, everyone here comes from communities, someone spamming the chat, they get blocked. I mean, they think it's going to bother us. Now and then I will use them as comedy. But, once again, I'm kind of in the middle of an explanation. Well, the thing is it tells you who it is because that's Benny Keys or Rap. And Benny Keys ain't going to be here right now because it's New Year's Eve and he's going to be busy sucking down meth. Now, Rap, on the other hand, don't think his girlfriend's there for the holidays, so, he's going to have to be sitting there and seething. Just saying. And here is my good boy, Richella's brother, Fulgrim. He is so good. He's better than his sister, aren't you, honey? Say, I'm better than my sister. And she's biting his leg. I know, honey. She's grabbing the hell out of him. Okay, I know, honey. She won't leave you alone. He's like, okay. Now he wants to lay on me, and she's getting him. Now she's giving him the death stare. She giving you death stare, honey. She giving you death stare. Now, I might make him Alfarius's cat. For commentary. I think I might make you Alfarius's kitty. Because him big warrior. I mean, the enemy's grabbing your legs, and you're so disciplined that you're just sitting there and taking it. She's falling back asleep if you want to lay on top of her. Oh, it says, no, I want to give you kisses. Go kisses. Hello, Summer. I'm being cat mobbed. Summer's looking at me like I'm a bastard. There's a cat in my lap. You coming this way, honey? You coming this way? You want to go around the long way? You want to come on this side and complete the set? Oh, I got a pet over here. You can't see it, but I got I'm petting Summer now, too. I'm sorry, everyone, for the interruption, but... Now, I did not plan on this channel on having the extra cute kitty moments, but I guess I better put that in my plan from now on because I'm going to get cute kitty moments if I want to or not. Shit. We're about to have a war. He's standing on her stomach, and now she's kicking and biting him. Standing on your sister? Oh, man. I have an attention competition. Summer's here, Fulgrim's here, Richella's here, and they all want love, and let me move my mask, and actually, I'm just going to put my mask back on. Yes. Yes, maybe I can end this way. I will just put on my mask. Well, Happy New Year, Marcus. Happy New Year. Oh, this kitty's on my nerves. Sweet kitty. I mean, these kids, they're wonderful. Now they're fighting again. Oh, you can see that one. You gonna grab him some more? Are we gonna have combat right here in my lap? He's looking in the kitchen. From where I'm sitting, you can actually monitor the entire house from where I'm sitting. And he's looking through the living room and into the kitchen. Because from here, I could even see if there was someone on my deck. Now, they wouldn't be able to see me from this position, but if someone was in my backyard or if anyone was on my deck, I could see them. Well, they ain't figured out if they want to fight or just go back to sleep. Oh, I love you too. Oh, there goes the fight again. It's like, get out of my lap. Well, she's licking him now. She's like, just go away. Well, fight or do something cute. I have to take the mask off for a second. I mean, it's like, I kind of want them to kind of like resolve what they're doing. I mean, position yourself somewhere to where I can like continue, guys? Well, good night, Mimi. Mimi, but okay, we're gonna do this differently. Everybody's gonna get the hell off of me. Yes, that's what we're gonna do. Yes. She says no. Oh shit, we're doing this again. I forgot. Well, damn it. Yes. Fulgrim has decided to cover you. Oh, man. Now, that's kind of embarrassing. I mean, really. Yes, I'm kind of embarrassed that you basically are being blocked by cat butt. I hope you don't leave a mark. But yes, well, let's put it this way. You know how when they say, you know, kind of take what they give you? But since he's covering that and I got a packed bowl right here, I'm going to hit this packed bowl a few times since he's blocking the screen and YouTube can't see it. Now, see, that's the thing about being a supervillain. You know, sometimes you just have to take what life gives you. And in this case, you know, I kind of like, you know, it's New Year's Eve, and I do kind of like, you know, I got some really good weed yesterday. I mean, I got some really good weed. In fact, I have to kind of take it easy on it because it's that good. But, you know, I thought, well, he's blocking you. Well, the funny thing is this is what I was going to do, is cover the eye of that when I do Grimgoth. You know, because Grimgoth's coming from his dark castle with no lights. And once again, if I knew he was going to stand there for 2 hours, I'd just start my Grimgoth bit. He's sleepy. And he'll pray. I mean, damn, he's so cute from here. I mean, you can't see it, but the cat is very cute. Now, does anybody got any questions or anything or comments? You know, once again, I was going to do that later in the program. I was going to do some out of character and do some questions and comments. So while he's sitting in the way, oh, he got out now. He moved. He moved. Damn, we've got a long lag tonight. A really long lag tonight. We've got about a 45-second lag. Yes, he's now moved. And you get your host back. Now, we'll see if there's any interesting audio on at all. Well, Team Rose is boring as fuck. The Liberators are on, but no offense to them, they're boring as fuck. You know, but sometimes boring's good when you just want to hang out. Tasha is just hanging out on her stream. Doesn't seem to be any drama there. There's rarely drama, but since there wasn't much on tonight, I thought I would try there. Michelle goes live. Ah, Molly Go Lightly is live. Now, I think that's kind of odd. Shouldn't, like, Miss Celebrity not be live? She's in a hotel room. Oh, they're tragedy pimping. Oh, this is where we should be, everyone. Yes. Well, good night, Princess, if you think you're going to sleep. Well, she's just sitting there and looking in the other direction. I think her goal today is farming super chats. Because I was about to put on the mask and start doing my routine, but this is all she's doing.
It's almost 10:30.
Yeah,
I hope
10:30.
I feel that. I hope everyone feels better. My eyes hurt.
Wow.
I just wish these headaches would go away. That's all.
So
Trust me.
So she made a stream with 455 people in it so she could look the other way and have a headache. So I'm guessing in reality, she basically wants super chats for having a headache. Now, I don't see any up at the moment. So maybe that's why she has a headache. But I mean, seriously, in reality, if I had a really bad headache, I wouldn't be on this live. But Molly's got a headache. And we aren't getting any.
You suffer from chronic headaches. You don't care about anything. When you got your mother suffering the way that she is, you don't care about nothing. You're selective. Like what you choose to get mad at, whatever. Like you'd be very surprised at what triggers me these days, or what excites me or interests me these days. And I just got an invitation today.
Well, I know what excites her. Naughty, dirty things. Yes, this is what excites Molly. Now, once again, you have to know what you're doing. Now, with Molly, flattery. I mean, every time I have said something flattery and flirtatious, Molly has put a heart on it.
Say Robbie's wedding here, and honestly, I cannot commit to anything. In a couple of months, I just cannot commit to anything.
In other words, you stand for nothing.
Everything is so up in the air. I cannot plan anything. You know? My husband was talking about, like, you know.
Now, I'm going to use this a little bit so you start to learn about my characters. Now, Alfarius, he regrets nothing. Now, he enjoys conflict. Now, he would be really sad right now at Molly because she's sitting there moping, you know. And one other thing, Alfarius is not sexist. I mean, he believes everyone should be a warrior. He believes men should be a warrior. He believes women should be a warrior. He thinks children should be a warrior. Old people should be a warrior. And even babies should be warriors. You know, he don't want them crying. He wants them throwing hands at a tiny age. But yes, Alfarius would be really sad at how mopey she is with her headache. He would tell her to fight the headache, resist its pain, and mock it. I just had to stop that to show you a picture. I almost should save that one for a thumbnail, but I think I'll.
Of course, you really got to get her out to Hawaii, and I'm like, I got to get her better.
Well, Miss Hula, now, this will be Thanatos commentary. Now, Thanatos will have to tell you that you know that she got her start on Wife Swap. and they called her Big Juicy. And this is how she got her subscribers, because she was a reality TV person and she was a slut. And her real life, she used to prostitute herself while married. Yes, her husband truly is a cuck. You know, I'm not talking fooling around. I'm not talking boyfriends. I'm talking get paid for sex shit. Well, Molly was married and in her prime. But yes, like I knew you didn't know that. But, you know, once again, you're an observant young lady. So I thought that I would take the moment stop so I could frame it for you. And I also know if one person doesn't know something in chat, there's a bunch of other people that don't know something in chat.
He's like, I don't think she's going to get better. And I'm like, I know, Adrian. He's like, I think Adrian is so pissed off. He's like, I think these motherfuckers in that hospital just fucking with her. He goes, and I don't like it.
Hello, Rad.
He said it like weeks ago. He's like, I think that they're pulling a fucking scam on your mother. So what are you talking about? He was like, they know.
What did I do with that?
They know that she
Well, what did I do with
is
it?
stage 4. They know more than what they're fucking telling her. They want to see how much she's gonna fucking pay.
My kitties have knocked off my phone. Now,
First they were telling
to
her,
let you know, it's like when I can't find my phone half the time, it's because the kitties knocked it off. And we were using it a while ago, but while we've been up here, remember when the 3 of them got up here? The casualty was my phone. My phone. You know, the one that has the outside line. Because I was going to pull up some of her, you know, receipts from what we were talking about while we were going through this, but my children have knocked off my phone, and I'll have to find that after the live.
$12,000 a shot. And then they got the shots down to $40. My mother said no to the $12,000. I said, what the fuck? And then I guess they got her on another shot, the stomach or something. Yeah, all about money.
Now, she's not being any fun. I'm going to skip her 4 minutes in the future. Now, the thing is what I was going to show you was her look back in the day. And you know the loud mouth blonde girl with big boobs that generally is obnoxious? That was her. Because that's what she came off in the impression. You know, the stereotypical drinks too much. And, oh yeah, she also had a thing where she stole money from a hooker. Yes, you know, she like did a cash grab and run, robbing a hooker one day, by the way. She got in trouble for that.
I go, let's go, honey, I'm ready. Go, come on. Try me. I'd be enlightened.
They did it good. I bet it
I
bounced
think
under
that
my
if a
chair.
psychiatrist called me a narcissist, I'd start laughing. I think that if a psychiatrist called me a psychopath, I'd start joking.
Well, actually, a psychopath has no feeling for anyone but themselves. Have you ever seen Molly Golightly show any real feeling for anyone other than herself? I can't recall. Now, that doesn't mean that she's a psychopath. It's just if you find someone with, thousands of hours of footage and you can't ever remember them showing real empathy, like my mother, she did crocodile tear empathy, but she didn't have real empathy. And when something happens and someone says something in the chat, it always reminded me of my mother in her crocodile tears. But I've never, in my opinion, seen real empathy out of her. Now, on this, I could be wrong, but I'm going to start paying attention when I cover Molly and see if I can find any real empathy for anyone but herself. I've seen her have empathy for herself hundreds of times. I mean, even if the dinner isn't right.
I'd be like, oh my God! Please let me have that in writing, please. A sociopath, I'd be like, oh. Oh my God. Oh God. Oh.
Well, actually, Dave, Miss
I'm like,
Cupcake
oh
can
my
kiss
God.
my fucking ass. Just saying. She and I ain't never going to be friends
Fucking
after her
drama queen. I was
slander
like,
to
that's
me.
the best you can fucking.
And if she was in my face, I'd spit in her face. Just saying. And if anyone comes down that road that ain't supposed to be, well, that's Gary not going to go back down that road, put it that way.
No. Jesus.
My road's like a
She
roach
was an older
motel.
one. She thought her shit did not
You
stick.
check in, but you won't check out.
Yeah, she told me, she was like, well, you're not bipolar. I was like, I'm definitely not bipolar. I'm not.
You're a narcissist, I can say that for sure. Well, everyone that would come here is, because in reality, my place has a secret. And if anyone tries to find me, they're going to be lost as hell. Remember why I had problems getting packages? Oh, probably.
He's so gross, I can't stop looking. Nameless, maybe. Who knows? Maybe he hasn't been discovered yet. Maybe I'm a medical anomaly. I would love to donate my brain to science.
Bah.
I remember when I was in the neurology.
Trim golf off that one.
I said, I am going to donate my brain. She goes, oh, that'd be wonderful. Unbalanced.
Now, if Zoltar was really great, he could unban himself.
You know,
Just
I just
saying.
meet a lot of people that say that they had a parent that had stage 4 and then like weeks later, boom.
Now, you know what I'm going to do to be a dick? Now, because I thought about how I'm going to do things. Now, in the future, on my other channel, and I'll probably start this next month, every time they come into my chat to spam it, I'm going to put up my Cash App. Yep. Because, once again, they've tried to say I make thousands and thousands, which I don't. I mean, it's hilarious. I mean, Ronnie paid my taxes. You know, what I got on YouTube, yes. You know, Ronnie right here in chat, he paid my taxes. He did. You know, I don't make thousands, but, you know, I will give credit where credit is due. And Ronnie did pay my taxes. It took $100 because I get my taxes at 20%. And normally, stop it, honey. And normally, my taxes would have been $500. but because I get it at 20% rate because I'm disabled, my taxes were $100. And Ronnie had donated the $100 that paid my taxes. You know, once again, I will admit what the channel does get in. And thank you again, Ronnie. So, you know, we'll get back to Molly Golightly. And then in a little bit, I'll flip over and we'll start having Grim Goth give a talk.
I'm like, oh my God. I knew something was wrong when she was out here in July.
I got a cookie.
I told Justin.
Yes.
Right when she was going into the car.
The people that are watching that hate me.
I hugged her and I knew.
I have a cookie.
I knew.
Yes, and I have
that
dirty
was the
nails
last time
too.
she was going to
I
be in
have
my
dirty
house.
nails
I knew
and
it.
a cookie.
That was
I
going to
mean,
be the
look at that
last time
cookie.
I saw her outside
That's a
my
good
house. I felt
cookie.
it. I told him.
Take this, hater. Giant cookie.
And they know.
This is what
My mom
cookie would look
actually
like if
told
you're really
me,
close.
Marissa, I'm going to let you know. I went, what? She goes, when I'm about to go, I'm going to let you know. Can you fucking believe my mother said that to me? She said, I know when I'm going to go, and I'm going to let you know.
I'll sell you naughty pictures if you want them.
I don't know when I'm going to go.
If it'll pay my
I know that
taxes
I'm not-
next year.
I'm not afraid to. I feel like I'm the only person that's not afraid to die. Holy shit, I got a headache and a half. Oh my God. So please, if this video ages
Molly's not afraid to die.
and you're watching this post-mortem and I'm dead, sorry for the burp, trust me, when I'm in ashes and I'm compressed into diamonds or whatever the fuck I'm in, make sure that I'm compressed in diamonds. Hold them to it, all right? Just know.
Well, Molly, to be pressed into diamonds, they're going to have to build a Everest-sized mountain on top of you. Just saying. I think she's depressed. Yes. I think she's feeling her mortality, and she's imagining that one day she'll be a sparkling, pretty jewel. And then someone will cut her face off.
I loved my husband and I loved my
Now,
son
Blonde,
more than anything in the entire fucking world.
Now, you're ahead of me on this one. But yeah, I think you're right. This does kind of sound like Xanax and booze to me. And she's gotten to into her feels.
And my dog, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Violet gets this shitty end of the stick all the time. Poor Violet. She was so happy when I got home from Florida. And then I laid down, and then she saw me packing again, and she's like, fuck this bitch, what? I know, my little baby. But she's got an
Sweetie, what are you
appointment.
doing over there,
She's
honey?
got an appointment.
What are you
She's going to
playing
the
with?
groomer.
What are you doing, sweetie?
She's going to be fine.
Oh, you're getting a toy
I'm going to spoil her.
Oh,
I'm going to give her steak.
Rachella caught a mouse.
She's going to be good. Right?
I was wondering what
Oh
she was
my
doing
God.
over with. But yes, Rachella has caught us a mouse.
Man.
Now we're going to
Just
get
know
another
that if I'm
cookie.
dead, I'm much better. Oh my God. These headaches. Awful.
Here's Taylor up. You didn't get the mouse this time, did you? Your sister did.
Sometimes they get me while I'm sleeping. It feels like sometimes I'll be fine, and then all of a sudden,
Greedy ass
it'll
cat.
be like a needle.
Now, I pulled out a cookie. Now, here comes Autumn. She's like, what do you got? What do you got? Now Richella stopped playing with her mouse and is now on back of the chair, all because I have a cookie. You say, what do you got? What do you got? Because they heard packaging. They're hoping for cheese. That's what they're hoping for. But it's cookie.
Right in the side of my head. Or just
Cookie.
randomly. And it can be on
Lori.
either side, and that's what sucks.
Oh, shit. I just done a good comedy. Yes. Yeah. Yes. I'm going to make a video using cookies. My evil plot. I am going to hypnotize Lori. Lori, watch the cookie. Yes. You see, that's going to be the basis of the, because Alfarius on his videos, he likes to have an evil plot. So I am going to take a cookie and I am going to hypnotize Lori into doing my bidding. Yep. Like I said, I just came up with a comedy bit and I'm an asshole. It's spinning. Did you cut it or did I accidentally hit the... No, my net's on. It's on her end. Okay, now she's back. It took her a few minutes. I had to forward it ahead, but she's back. Hello. She muted herself. I was wondering what she was doing. Yeah. She's muted herself. And she's talking to us. She's high. Yes. Sounds pissed too, doesn't she? Damn, she just rage quit. That was hilarious. When she came back, she had herself muted and she rage quit. And she had her rage quit muted and she didn't know it. So I have no idea what her rage was that she quit over. But yes, apparently she muted to tap out. And when she came back, she just put the camera on her and she started going on a rant. And she was muted that whole time. And then she rage quit. And it looked like she was animated and angry. So, I mean, it's like, wow. I mean, I want to know what she said. Now, that's the thing is, I mean, she wasn't even making, I guess because she's got like lip injections. You know, women with lip injections, it makes it harder to lip read. It really does. Because I was trying to catch some of what she was saying because I was holding it to you, but I could see the reflection of it. And I was trying to lip read her because I'm pretty good at it. But I've come to the conclusion that women that get too many lip injections, it kind of fucks up lip reading. So I couldn't even read her lips. I want to know what pissed her off so much. Hello, Rachel. I'm finished my cookie. Well, that was silly. I still want to know what made her so mad. I didn't put my Alfarius mask on because, you know, he don't do boo-hooing. Well, we're going to go to Michelle Goes Live, Molly Golightly's arch enemy. Maybe she doesn't have a headache.
Prescription plan. Hold on. Final question.
Now, in a little bit, I'm going to get to Grimgolf in
I'm
just
not
a few
using
minutes.
my subs money to pay for
I'm just
my
going to
personal
smoke a
things.
little bit.
Oh, I have to pay for personal hygiene, shampoo, conditioner, razors, toothpaste.
Because you see, I made a book and I created my own fantasy world. And what I'm going to do is tell you on how my fantasy world devolved. Now, once again, it's a story about humanity and the Dark Elves. And Grimgolf is going to tell it in just a bit. But I'm just going to play a little bit of audio. I'm going to take a few hits of this pipe because, once again, I do got a big fucking bruise on my arm. I really do. I mean, it's like, I don't know if you can see it well in this light. But see that dark spot, like from here to there? That's a bruise on my arm. And my last seizure, I got it good. Now, normally that's why I have a, place like this to sit in, but my last one was hard enough that I busted a vein. And that's one reason why I'm going to sit here for a moment and take a few hits off of a bowl, and then I'm going to get to my Grimgolf bit. And if we can have video, or actually lives and videos here fairly often in the future.
Cleaning supplies for the house that I don't clean.
Oh, I'm okay. It's just...
Yeah, all those things.
Another one of the false accusations against me is I don't have seizures. Now, I have, as a part of my disability, I was at the hospital for 3 days. They have me having a seizure on video with medical professionals there. So they can fantasy on that all they want.
I have to come out of pocket with. So when my subs help me out, they're kind of helping me out with like food, cleaning supplies, things like that. Not drugs.
Well, same thing with me, Michelle.
So being that it's New Year's Eve, it would be really awesome to hit me up with some cash apps. And I think maybe after New Year's Eve, tell you what, guys, can I get a thumbs up? If I show you an amazing fireworks show,
This is Michelle Goes
that
Lightly,
deserves some
Molly
cash
Goes
apps.
Lightly's arch enemy.
Instead of Bob sitting behind her computer spewing out hate, ignorance, and yelling at people.
It's just there's not many people on, and she was on, and since we were talking to Molly and Molly rage quit, I can segue into her for a few minutes to let me hit this pipe before I go into my Grimgolf bits. Because I'll be talking a little bit about my fictional world I created
Hey, Bob,
that I will talk
my
about
cash
on
apps
another
are gonna
channel.
Come in because I've legitimately been drinking green tea, right? New Year's is an
How
hour.
you doing, buddy?
About 45 minutes. I'm gonna
Wanna
leave
be
my
my
house
baby?
and I'm gonna drive to
Come here,
Callaway
baby.
because I'm not drunk.
There you go.
Because I legit didn't drink anything.
There you go.
Jessica's the winner. Jessica, drop your cash app.
You can go sweetie.
Because I
There
did
you
this
go,
on
boy.
purpose. I stayed sober. So I don't know. In about
You baby kitty the apostle.
45 minutes, I'm gonna get in my Jeep and I'm gonna drive all of my subscribers to Callaway. I'm gonna drive all of you to Callaway, and we're gonna see a really phenomenal fireworks display. And then, if you'd like to, then you can hit my.
Now, that's content. Now, I was going to poo-poo her on a little bit, but you know what? After she explained that, and that actually sounds like something nice. If I lived at a place that had a fireworks display, You know, that's actually a good content idea. Now, once again, a part of this playing her was one, because she was on, and two, because she's Molly's enemy. Now, we saw that Molly rage quit her live, obviously fucked up, because we couldn't even hear her rage quit because she muted herself. Now, Michelle here has been accused of drinking. She seems sober now, and she's going to take her subscribers to a fireworks display. I mean, I can't really poo-poo that. I mean, it sounds like fun, Michelle. Just saying. Now, the thing is, Michelle's known for being very crazy. So this is where I think it's kind of funny that Michelle makes perfect sense, where Molly does not.
My cash out. Because Mom always... Okay, hold on. Jess Wash 73. Hold on.
He needs his own person. Don't you need your own person? Don't you, Horn? Well, she went black. Well, she's still there, but her screen and the sound went black. I mean, this is kind of comedy. I mean, me trying to find somebody to listen to, seriously, for just a few minutes before I start my bit. Team Rose is on, but to be honest, I'd rather hit myself in the head. Now, I'm going to talk about this on my other channel, but Melton is taking a YouTube break. Now, had I known it was going to be like this, I would have started with Melton. But yes, Melton is taking a YouTube break. Ow! And he's uploading on his other channel some food content. And this cat loves me. Yes, him does. Him loves me, don't you, sweetie? He says, I love you. But yes, now I'm happy that Milton's going to be taking a break. But we'll play a little Milton.
Vlogging right now. Sun in my eye.
I'm sorry, Gingy. Oh, he'll be back. It's just,
Never.
you see, he says something in this. That's why I wanted to cover this on the other channel. And it's a small bit, but if you listen real quickly, Melton is talking like he's got someplace to live. Because at some point in this, he says he has 2 houses. Now, I know that for him, one house is his truck. So I think Melton is going to move in with someone. And this is the reason for his YouTube break. And once again, if you listen to this closely, I will play it up to that point. At least.
Never in my life have I seen, in the last 3 years, or 3 to 4 years, however long it's been, I forget, January 2019, this might have all started, where I went down to the point, in this latest community that I've been in, dealing with battles. And I have pretty much proven beyond a shadow of a doubt that I'm the most underrated, powerful person on YouTube. I have proven that beyond a shadow of a doubt. But never in my life have I ever seen such blatant transphobia in my whole life from a community that likes to pride themselves.
Yeah, that's what he's done. I think this one is too. You know, all his content today, he has put for content to children. And what we are watching right here, he has put to content for children.
Themselves on being trans friendly, LGBTQ friendly. Never have I seen so many fucking hypocrites in my whole life. Ever. It's worse than the white nationalist community when I used to participate when Scott Roberts used to do videos on here. We're going back quite a ways. When Scott Roberts did videos, when Angela John Gage was doing videos, when Jared Taylor, when David Duke was going to the Charlottesville March. Even back in that time, I have not seen so much blatant transphobia that I have seen in the bottom of YouTube and in this other community that I've been in. I'm reflecting back 3 to 4 years now.
Nope, Tasha called you a dude. You know, Tasha's trans. Tasha has laser. Tasha has boobs. And Tasha tried to be nice as hell to you and you shit all over Tasha. And then it was funny. Just one day in frustration, Tasha then called him a dude. And ever since then, Tasha has been calling Melton a dude. And that's where he gets the transphobia in the trans community. And she's always laughing when she does it. But, you know, the thing is you can never make Melton happy. And she was going on for weeks trying to make Melton happy. And nothing would ever make Melton happy. So, at one point, you just saw her do this and then she just basically shimmed him. And that's how he started with the trans community's transphobic against him.
3 to 4 years now. That's what this is. Because I did a lot of thinking this morning after I was in Mama T's chat. I did a lot of thinking. I thought two sides of people hate me. Everyone's switching sides and being buddy-buddy who were not buddy-buddy before. And Mama T used
This
to
is
be on
Thanatos
Rex
commentary, by the way.
and all this kind of shit. And now Mama T's
I'm
new
guessing.
people are saying all the bad things I've said and did and all this shit. It's just not worth it anymore. Proven enough. I've done what I have set out to do. I warned everybody what would have happened if they kept messing around, and it happened. So, with all that being said now, I'm going to say farewell until further notice. I mean, I've done all I set out to do now. And also, and then I went to a community, then I came across a situation where a heavily autistic person is transphobic as well. Never in my life have I seen anything like this in the last 3 to 4 years. I've seen lots of shit that I couldn't have.
Well, he goes on to complain that everyone hates him. You know, because this is what he's talking about now. What's mystifying him is he thinks that, you know, whatever side hates him, the other side will accept him. And he goes on to lament that both sides hate him. And at that point, I had already planned my commentary to stop and say, well, I'm sorry, Melton, but if both sides hate you, that means you're Hitler. I mean, you know, but maybe not Hitler yourself, but, you know, you're in that category of human monster. You know, if every side that hates each other all looks around and points at you and goes, you just might be a human monster. Well, typically they will clear up on their own, but they might need an antibiotic because if an eye infection gets too bad, they can lose an eye. So if it's not starting to clear up on its own, they will need to go to a vet and get an antibiotic.
I've seen lots of shit that I couldn't ever fathom at one point. And then this morning I was in Truthfully Trish's chat. I was in Truthfully Trish's. Here's another thing. I was in Truthfully Trish's. I'm a mod in Truthfully Trish's, by the way.
No, you're not.
I am a mod in Truthfully Trish's. I have a wrench in there.
No, you're not.
And Oda May shows up. Someone from the Boyd community and addresses me as John. And I gave Oda May the opportunity to correct herself. And I didn't get an answer, so I blocked Oda May. And now I'm reminded, you know what? I'm not even going to go back to Boyd. I'm not even returning to Boyd, too. I'm just going to say to hell with it, to everything. I'm going to focus on myself and my life now. And I can take some time. I just don't have time for any of this anymore. I don't have time for it. I'm gracefully stepping down. And if I do go, I probably might contemplate going on another website too. And I will use the Lady Wayne name on another website wherever I do go.
Now, I'm not going to look it up, but that's what he's going to go do right now. You know, because he's got so much hate here and everybody wants to come for his head over the, you know, the little kitty thing he was talking about. That's why he's going to run to another website now. Now, once again, he said he's going to use the Lady Wayne name, and I'm not going to look for him, but I'm sure that someone will find him.
Use the Lady Wayne name on another website wherever I do go. But I don't have any details for that because it hasn't happened yet. But I may indeed market the Lady Wayne name
in the old days
on another video networking site. Maybe Rumble. I don't know it. I don't know. It's all uncertain from here. And then we got severe storms coming in a week of a heat wave coming up. We're going to be dealing with more storms.
They got Taylor Autumn.
With some kind of warm air coming in from the Pacific, moving
We got
east.
4 kitties today.
Some shit like that is happening next week. And, but no. I'm going to work on things to where I can eventually perfect my chats to have the people that I strictly want in my chats to be in there. There's not going to be any nonsense. But it takes time to build, too. It takes time to build. I am in rebuild mode right now. I am rebuilding everything. I'm starting with the rebuild. I'll be logging in occasionally to this channel and maybe my other one, occasionally. But I'm not going to be involved. Nope.
You got me?
That's it.
You hold hands? You hold hands? You want to hold hands today? Okay.
But I accomplished everything. I got a whole community to hate me, even when they change sides. And usually it's wiped clean when people change sides with certain people, but not when it comes to me, though. Not when it comes to me.
Well, Melton, I mean, what you've said, I mean, you've threatened everyone's life constantly for no good reason. And, you know, that whole saying you're a 13-year-old and thinking about itty bitty you-knows, I mean, that's not, I mean, it's not going to endear you to people.
And I was laughing so hard at that. You know what? I have a second home now, okay? So I don't have to beg for money anymore. That's the other thing. I don't have to beg for money anymore because I got a second home now. And everything's coming into...
Now you hear that. He doesn't have to beg for money anymore because he has a second home now. Now, he always called his truck his home. You know, because if anyone said you're homeless, he would say, my truck's home. My truck's my home. And he would get upset about that and spam that. My truck's my home. So when he says he has a second home, his first home, of course, is his truck. So this means Shim's moving in somewhere. Now, he doesn't allude to anything about it, but he lets that drop right there that he has a second home now. Yes, so, and that shows me that he's either getting an assistance place to live or he's moving in with someone. But even if he's got an assistance place to live alone, he's still going to have people next to him.
So I got a second home now. And everything's coming into place slowly. And I'm just trying to get something fixed.
You grabbing me?
I'm trying to get everything done. And it's been a run. It's been a good run that I've had, but I just have nothing else to do. Nothing else to do with anything. Everything I said was going to happen did happen. There's a particular person out there. I didn't want to mention her name, okay? I didn't want to. But let's just say she's doing a little bit of recruiting for me, so I can't really hate her that much. At the end of the day, I mean, I just learned as of one day ago, she's doing a little bit of recruiting for me.
Maybe Ronnie.
In case I do want to rebuild my chat in the future. So I got one person now I'm looking at. And I'm going to be doing that with some people. And I'm going to be scouting. And I'm going to be going on the websites and checking them out, you know. And I suggest everyone take a break from YouTube. I suggest that, but people aren't going to do that.
Yes, yes. Shim wants everyone to take a break from YouTube, my friends. Yes, everyone. Shim wants to go away now, so we all should take a break from YouTube. Now, this is narcissism. He thinks that our existence cannot go on unless there's Shim out there to validate it.
So I'm going to be the better person, and I'm going to step down. All right? And in the meantime, I'm going to be probably posting a few food reviews on this channel that I'm on right now, my monetized channel. I'm going to be posting food reviews on here. That's what I'm going to be doing.
Oh.
Until further notice, until I come back, not sure what it's going to be, but I'm going to be scouting and I'm going to try to build a chat so I can get all the people, which none of them are going to misgender me. They're going to be respecting all my rules. Number one, that's big with me. I don't care if you're the biggest, most malicious troll or someone simply just trying to get a rise out of it. I'm not going to tolerate that on my channel.
Yep, Annie.
And that's the other thing. The trans communities that I've come across the last 3 to 4 years, okay? The trans communities are some of the biggest hypocrites on here, and they do misgender me. They clearly want talk.
Now, I'm thinking about something silly, but I was wondering if I should give Verily Veronica a Letitia arc. Because I was thinking I could, because you remember Letitia's bullshit, about how Jason Wallace knocked her up. So I was just thinking, what if I'd do for 9 months a pregnant Verily Veronica? And then, of course, she can have a stupid doll or something.
Tolerance with them, but when it comes to somebody else doing something, it's wrong to call that person a girl, isn't it? All the double standards and the hypocrisy, and everyone just kind of fighting it out now, and just let it happen. Just let it happen. If I'm to give YouTube advice to any...
No, you know what? I might do, because this channel's for mainly comedy. Because barely, I've not said it, but now and then for comedy, Verily Veronica will pop up on this channel. And you know what? I think that would fit well for this channel. Is, me do a 9-month Verily Veronica, but make it maybe a once a month update. Because that way it would be 9 comedy bits. And Well, you know what? I might have to do it in 18 because, you know, some of the comedy bits might need a setup bit. It'd be a little much, but you know what? I could shoot 2 at one time. Yeah, that's what I could do. Because that way I would have to dress for the character 9 times, but I could shoot. Because remember, many times Letitia would have the same clothes on. So I could shoot multiple bits each time, and that would work. Okay. Yeah, I think I've got how to do it. Because that way I would have to dress in the character 9 times, and it would be a comedy arc for this channel. And I could even re-upload the things and set them to premiere like a week away from each other. Yeah, I think or a few weeks. Yeah, I think it was only like 10 days I could put one out. But yeah, I think that's kind of what I might do. Yeah, I think that's how I do it. Yes, because, you know, Letitti's gone, and I want this channel to do a lot of, well, see, that's the thing is, I'll have to parody it. So we have Jason Wallace. So, you know, I'll have to think about the Jason Wallace name and think of how that could be parodied. Well, I have an idea. Now, the guy that played Aquaman was Jason Momoa. So, once again, I might say that rather than Jason Wallace. Yes, because, you know, once again, he was Aquaman. Because, you see, once again, that will set up humor. It's a name that everyone knows. And then, of course, you know, it'll set up many jokes, you know. Of course, you know, Grimglaw say, "This stupid bitch is going to have a fucking sea elf. I am not putting up with this. I am not having this whore have a sea elf in my property. I mean, I own the damn pond. You might have the rest of the property, but the pond's mine, and that little goddamn sea elf is not getting in it." I mean, Grimgoth would be upset, you know, at her having Aquaman's kid. Just saying. But yes, that's the funny thing, because, you know, rather than Jason Wallace, you know, I can make it Jason Momoa, because once again, it will be a comedy bit. But, you know, that because Grimgoth, you know, he's not going to be happy about that damn sea elf.
Anybody out there today, take a fucking break. Just don't come on here. Don't. It could do the website some good too. Let's be real. Everyone coming on here every day is not healthy. Let's fucking analyze this shit.
I don't come here every day, actually. Most days, but
It's
no,
not
I do.
healthy at all. And just some of the people that are so stupid to see it, you know, I just have no patience to be around them anymore. I'm not going to argue anymore. That's it. I did a lot of thinking this morning between going into Truthfully Trish's, which I have a...
You know, see, that's what we'll do. It's like because remember I thought the Letitia story? Yes, Verily Veronica and Jason Momoa was spooning in an aquarium. Because, of course, you know, the question's going to come up for her in chat, you know, what exactly happened. And yes, Jason Momoa and Verily Veronica, you know, they were just cuddling and they were supposedly just spooning in the aquarium. And he did the Jason Wallace maneuver.
Between going into Truthfully Trish's, which I have a wretched again, and Mama T's, where I told everyone to troll her into oblivion. Hey, go right ahead if you want, but I just, you know what? It's just, this whole thing's pointless to me. It is. I did everything I needed to do, and that's it. You know? So, I got a trip to make, and I'm not wasting any more time. You know? Got some food reviews coming up that I didn't post. That's going to be it for a while.
Now we're about to get to the Grimgoth
Until
part.
further notice, so enjoy everything while it was here because I'm stepping down. Bye, everybody.
Say bye, Shim. And there went Shim.
People on the internet.
To the Shims on the Shimmernet. See if anything really important came on. Nope. Because I'm getting ready to get to Grimgoth, and I won't be getting back to this or doing any more audio. Oh yeah, it all of a sudden got dead. Now, we are going to have Grimgoth tell you a story, children. Now, once again, we're going to shut out the lights. Well, I was hoping that would black out exactly, but we'll have to give it just a second. Once again, I might have ordered. Okay, there we go. There we go. There we go. You have now been transported to my dark lair. It is I, Grimgoth. And Grimgoth has a confession. You see, the Dark Elves rule your world. Now, if you have thought about it any time, you would realize it. There are no such thing as aliens. There are only Fantasyland monsters. Now, you see, we Dark Elves, we just shrink ourselves small, and you don't see us. I mean, we hide right under your feet. We rule your entire world. I mean, most of your politicians, we created them in a vat. I mean, the Dark Elf Council are a bunch of assholes. But, well, we were always assholes, but we were assholes that weren't winning. Now, it started with the elves. I mean, they kicked our ass and we couldn't even run to another land. We had to burrow beneath the earth. We got our asses kicked so hard. Now, that was my forefathers. Now, once again, we saw the rise of humanity in all of the other Fantasyland races. And we were stuck amongst you having to compete. Now, once again, there were very few of us, and we were stuck under the damn ground. So, we strategically did not have the high ground. Just saying. But what we did have was time and patience. Now, once upon a time, there were humans. And these were humans much like you, except they were far more attractive and they were not very intelligent. Now, once again, think about your Fantasyland humans. I mean, they're there for many times millions of years, and they have never learned how to do anything but make a damn sword. I mean, they have no invention. They have no motivation at all. Now, once again, you were a much better looking species at one time. But that was our fault that, you got smarter, but you guys got a lot uglier too. Now, once again, sometimes ugly's good in some cultures. Now, once again, in our culture, it comes down to power. Once again, in Dark Elf culture, power is sexy. Just saying. Now, once again, one day, we elves came up with an idea. Now, the light elves, the quote good guys. Now, once again, we Dark Elves have been framed as the aggressor, as bad people. But we were just saving you from the evil elves who were not Dark Elves. The Lighties, as we called them. Now, you see, the Lighties, they had an insidious plan. Frolicking. Now, you remember in all the human legends, the elven maidens frolicking. You know what those bitches are doing? They're planting trees. They go alongside the edge of the woods And in their little dances, they plant seeds. And one of those little bitches in one of their little dance nights can plant 1,000 trees. So if you have 100 of these bitches planting 1,000 trees in a night of frolicking, you have 100,000 trees. You see, the elves used to conquer your land by forestation. They basically planted trees faster than you could cut them. Once again, as you know, your world was covered in primeval forests. It was because the elves were basically strangling humanity out, so humanity could never gain a solid foothold and become a proper culture or an empire. They were bastards. Now, once again, there was an elf named Estelvata. Now, Estelvata was one of these ladies, but she didn't get along with the other ladies. And at some point, she got dragon men and a bunch of orcs, and she killed the hell out of the ladies. I mean, she pretty much wiped them off the entire main continent. Just saying. Now, as a dark elf, I approved. But eventually her kingdom fell. Badly. And there was, well, let's just say there's an entire book worth of material I could talk about, but we will skip over that to what we would call then the future times, which you would call the remote history before the dinosaurs. Now, once again, you are a much older species than you know. You think you're only like 2.5 million years old? You assholes are about 100 million years old. Just saying. Yes, because you see, the elves were basically screwing you. You know, you think the elven maidens, they were the elves' insidious weapons. They would plant you to death. I mean, you couldn't cut as many trees. And in this way, the elves secured their border. They already had defeated us and drove us under the ground before any of this had happened. And this is how they used to contain you. Well, we don't like those bastards. I don't like the ladies at all. Now, what the Dark Elves decided to conquer the world, but we decided to do it in a different way. Now, I was drunk, and I came up with the idea. It was my idea. Of this, I do swear on Verily Veronica's virginity. Just saying. Now, what we decided to do was use our dark magic. And what I decided to do, love spells. Yes, and so what we dark elves did is we cast love spells on you and the other races. So we basically bred most of the elves out of existence because we would cast a love spell while we were little and tiny on the elven maiden and the human, and then we basically bred the elves out of existence. We did that with the gnomes, we did it with the goblins, we did it with the dwarves. Now, I'm sorry about Adrastia, but I mean, when you look at Adrastia, you can see the goblin. You see, now and then you can look at humans and you can see the fantasy land monster that we cross them with. Like I said, you guys used to look a whole lot better, and that's our fault. I mean, you used to be a very, very pretty race until we started breeding you with the monsters. Now, this let you conquer the surface world. And we basically manipulate you by choosing your leaders and using spells. Just saying. Because you see, humans were superstitious. The rest of the races, you know, they understood fairy glamour when they saw it. So what we decided to do is trick you and breed them out of existence. So it took us a couple million years, but we basically gave the earth to the humans, and we dark elves kind of push you along here and there. Now, this is the dark secret of our race. And this is what I tell you on this new year. Now, we decided last time that we would stop picking your leaders because on another video, on another channel, I apologized for doing this. we have already admitted our culpability in that and said we wouldn't do it anymore. But you guys chose Biden. I mean, we let you choose your first president ever, and you chose Biden. So I'm sorry, but from now on, we're going back to picking him again. I mean, we gave you guys one chance, and you fucked it all up. I mean, you could have chosen a human being, but you chose like a pedo clown. I mean, well, yes, YouTube schizophrenic. I mean, you finally got it. I mean, this is, once again, they say, make love or make war. And like I said, we got our asses kicked. They handed us our ass, so we decided we would love them to death. I mean, I was drunk at the time. I thought it funny. But you know what? It worked. And it took us a long, long time, but we eventually conquered your world. Now, once again, I don't get along well with my dark elf brethren. But oh my God, my wife is powerful. I mean, she'll just wipe the fucking floor with her magic with anyone. So she's not one to be fucked with. And her name is Alexandra. And I try to be good to her, otherwise I'll become some form of lower life form, because the female dark elves rule our society. So once again, I keep hearing women go, the patriarchy, the patriarchy. I'm a dark elf. We have to deal with the fucking matriarchy, and they can turn you into the shit. And when they have PMS, it's for 280 fucking years out of 1,000. Just saying. I mean, these are dark elf women that we're talking about. Now, once again, many times I will come on here on live and I will educate you. But yes, this for my first live is our confession. We have been running your world. Now, Alfarius, he wanted World War III. So he engineered Russia to attack Ukraine. And the poor guy's been going through depression. Because, as you know, Russia's done nothing but get its ass kicked. And that kind of ruined his World War III. So he's in a little bit of a depression. So if you can give him a thumbs up or at least be nice to him sometimes, I'd really appreciate it. I know he's obnoxious, he's an asshole, and he's psychotic, but he's a really powerful psychotic. Just saying. So, this is our dark secret. And in 27 minutes, we will have the new year. Now, another thing that, God, I mean, I like you people and all, but, I mean, your race is like so fucking dumb. No offense. Current company accepted. Now, this is a fact, and this is not comedy. It is not the year you think it is, because it turns out during your dark ages, you lost 7 years. So yes, your calendar might say that you're turning to 2023, but it actually turns out that the real date is 2030. So, once again, you think you know even what your birthday is? Oh, no. Whatever your birthday is, add 7 years to it, and that is the real year you were born. I mean, you're humans through your statistics and your numbers. You make up reality. Now, this is a form of an illusion spell, because you see, technology and magic both can do the same thing. Just saying. They just do it in a little different ways. Once again, you use paper, science, and statistics to say bullshit in illusion, where we just wave our hands about and throw a newt over our shoulder. Just saying. Now, actually, Sissy Bimbos are nice. Also just saying. I mean, now, Verily Veronica will be here, and she will do commentary. And she is a sissy bimbo, and I have looked into my crystal ball, and she is about to get pregnant by fucking Aquaman. Just saying. And I am not pleased by this. I am not happy with this reality. So, myself and Alfarius, we are going to attack the CERN Collider. And we are going to try to flip us into another reality to where Verily Veronica cannot get pregnant by Jason Momoa in a fish tank. Just saying. So this is what I and Alfarius will be doing off YouTube. We'll be going to Scandinavia and we will be attacking the laboratories and trying to plunge us all into another dimension where Verily Veronica cannot get pregnant. Now that is what I shall be doing. And now I will turn you back over to Thanatos and he'll say shit. But until next time, it has been I, Grimgoth. Now, I intended on going longer, but that's the thing is, sometimes comedy, brevity is the soul of wit. So sometimes you really have to know when to end a comedy bit. Now, once again, if I were thinking of another topic, but, that's how we're going to do Grimgoth during the lives, because he's a dark elf. He can see in the dark. So he lives in the dark. So ipso facto, he wouldn't have any light for you. Now, in future lives, when he starts, he's going to be telling you, I guess you better cast your see in the dark spell, human. Now, the thing is, Rachel, on our other channel, Grimgoth and Alfarius will attack the CERN Collider, trying to plunge us into a different reality where Verily Veronica can't get pregnant. And that will be one of your adventures. Now, you won't know in the game why they're attacking the Collider. You will just know that you have to stop them. But yes, so if you want to know why that Grimgoth and Alfarius will be attacking the Collider in the game, like I said, it's because Grimgoth is trying to stop Verily Veronica from having an aqua baby. Well, actually, Marcus, now let me explain about that. Now, the thing is, we talk about sometimes philosophy here and good and evil. Now, we also have another philosophy that's shades of gray. Now, what I have created is a shades of gray situation to where there is no good guy. Now, see, this is what I do in my book, too. There is no good guy. There might be guys doing good, but there is no good guy. Well, you can knock it out. Well, cool. I mean, well, you need a new outfit for it. Seriously. Now, the YouTube Schizophrenic. My other channel, Thanatos Magus. We've been playing Champions on it. Now, once again, I've started with limited players. But if you want to, you're welcome to join our game. And that's the channel we're doing it on. And I'm telling stories on that channel, and I'm playing games. Now, the story I told you here, I'm going to retell it on that other one as a video. It's just I'm going to polish it up a little bit. But we've been playing Champions. We had a break for the holidays, but we've been playing Champions. And you might like to join us. And Champions is a superhero role-playing game. And we currently have 3 superheroes. Rachel plays a superhero. Pindar plays a superhero. And Smelly Cat plays a superhero. Smelly Cat plays an Aloranthrope. An Aloranthrope is a werecat. So Smelly Cat's a werekitty. And Rachel has light powers. And Pindar is an alien lizard woman from a magical world. So if you wish to participate, you can come up with any superhero you can imagine. I can write up and you can join us. Because in the next week, I was waiting until after the new year because people would be so busy with holiday stuff they wouldn't be able to play. So, we're getting ready to start that again. And I have this set up for at least 4 players. But like I say, and I give everyone on that channel wrenches so they can say what they want. So once again, right now it's open to certain people playing that I can trust, and you're one of them. And once again, Smelly's your friend from a long time, and the 4th player didn't show up ever. They wanted to play and then never did. But yeah, I am set up for 4 players. And we got a group of 3 girl players so far. Well, Rand, that's on my Thanatos Magus channel. And it's another small channel like this one. And it's more my private space where we will do role-playing games and I will tell stories. Well, Gingy, at some time, yes, you could. Like, now the thing is I'm also set up to where I can run separate groups. What this is set up to be, how you have the Marvel Extended Universe? This will be a Champions Extended Universe. So even people that aren't playing with the main group can still play. I just run it at different times. And once again, it would be like its own world. But yes, Gingy, like I said, I have had this set up. But what I was doing at first is getting a few players that know how to play to help teach new people how to play. And then I plan on running multiple groups. Well, actually, I can cover some of that now because, this is related material. Now, you remember Hula here was a little while ago. And, I mentioned that on this channel, I would like to get people that I know well to make characters, and then we panel together and make our own show, is what I was thinking eventually. Bring back all your suck accounts. I mean, the thing is I like banning people. I mean, ever since World of Warcraft, now YouTube Schizophrenic played World of Warcraft too. And I mean, banning people in World of Warcraft just felt so good. It's just like a pleasure thing. I mean, it's better than touching myself. This is my comedy channel. So I will say comedic things here. Yes, it is. Now, once again, when I'm here, I'm the character Thanatos. Now, I won't be here much as me. Just saying, but Champions is a role-playing game, like Dungeons and Dragons, except it's superheroes and supervillains. Now, once again, it's set up to play superheroes. Well, it's just the same couple trolls. That's all it is. And this is this first live, so, that's why, as soon as you came in, I gave you the wrench. Because this channel's got a ton of fresh people that's going to need banned. Like I said, keep bringing them socket counts in. Now, they don't know it, but my last live on my other channel, my whole goal there was just to ban people that needed banned before I did something important. And this is kind of, now, I mean, I've actually done the important part. I'm just being entertaining right now. I mean, this is going to be entertaining. But yes, Rachel, there are going to be more people that's going to join our game. And like I remember how I said, it will eventually work into our own extended universe. And, Gingy's interested, YouTube Schizophrenic. So, even they might even make their own teams. And you might even have to fight them sometimes. before you make friends. You know, for some reason, the comic books, superheroes always accidentally keep fighting each other when they meet. We got it, sweetie. Yes, we do. Now, as a part of my story, you know, to help them along, I have an old wizard character that he's low powered, but is basically he will use a time over effect with mini magics to gain a greater effect than he normally could. Now, with the champions rules, you don't roll dice writing up the character. You pay for it with points. You know, you buy your powers and your statistics, and you pay for it with disadvantages. So literally, you can build whatever character you want. Now, I have an example that would be like Superman, and it's like a 1,000-point character. Now, when you start your character, you only get like 250 points. But, you know, just to give you an example, you know, you're going to start as like a Spider-Man strength hero in the start, and then you get experience points, and then you spend them on your powers and other statistics. And Simmer's about to knock you over. She's making a spot to sleep. But yes, YTS and Gingy, you can make anything you want. It's just the more complex it is, you might have to get more disadvantages. Now, typically, you will use the disadvantages to build the character, like psychological disadvantages. Like Batman, he has a psychological disadvantage, code versus killing. You remember, Batman doesn't kill villains. So, you know, this would be worth 20 points to Batman on his character sheet. Batman has a code versus killing. So, like I said, you use disadvantages. Now, if you have a group that's hunting you, like the X-Men, they have the giant robots that try to hunt them down, the Sentinel robots. In Champions, that would be worth 40 points, the giant muting hunting robots. Yes, and you also, like I say, and that's how you pay for your powers. You know, Superman, like to Kryptonite, you know, to help pay for Superman, you know, he's susceptible. Not only is he vulnerable to Kryptonite, not only does it strip him of all his powers, but it's also deadly to him over time. So, I mean, he's got like 3 big disadvantages of high points involving Kryptonite. Now, of course, that would not even get near paying for Superman. Just to say. But that's why I'm saying, you know, when Gingy and YTS, you know, when you think of your characters, you know, you can make whatever you want. Now, it might not end up as powerful as you want, and I might have to do some shortcuts, but I'm really good at building these characters because I have done it since I've been 15 years old. So, you know, wow, I've almost done this 40 years. So, you know, once again, I know all the tricks in building a character. And it's entertaining, and you can get what you want. Now, also what I do is I get with everyone, and I come up with your nemesis. So, you know, each of my superheroes I make up their own nemesis. So, while you're thinking of your character, you also should think about your main bad guy. But, you know, that's how the Champions works. And you only need 3 6-sided dice to play it. Although the characters are a bit complex, once you understand the system, it becomes pretty simple. Well, it is, Gingy. And like I said, you know, I'm set up for 4 players. I have 3, but I could do 5. Because once again, there's going to be a lot of the times that, because attending is optional. I mean, whenever. You know, if someone's not there for a session, no problem. I will just work the story around it. Now, once again, if someone misses a couple weeks and they were involved in something, I might have had to come up with an explanation they will have to play along with for a little while for the story's sake. But, you know, that would be about it. Well, yes, YouTube Schizophrenic. You know, it's just, this is the original role-playing game. You know what that came from? And we are going to play the original version of it. So, you know, you are going to get to play original Champions as it was intended. By someone that knows what they're doing. Because, as I said, I bought the first box set when it came out. And that was when I was 15. Before I could drive. And I've played it ever since. And we've created our entire own universe. Literally. And Grimgoth is a part of the universe. And so's Alfarius. And starting off, we have our own storyline. And it's a Horseman of the Apocalypse storyline. And they've already met Alfarius, War, and they've already fought Plague and Famine. Now, Rachel incinerated, I think it was Famine. And in our last game session, they fought Plague. And they defeated Plague. And the government took Plague away. But there was a Plague zombie that no one for that, you know, I forgot. Oh, yeah, Pindar did the whole superpower punch. And it went flying through the mall. And everyone forgot that zombie. So when we start off on our next session, that zombie is going to have bite people in the mall, and they're going to have to deal with a zombie outbreak, a plague zombie outbreak, because one of the agents that were fighting, you know, got turned into a zombie, and like I said, the superhero teed off on them, and they went like zoom across the mall, but they didn't destroy the zombie. So once again, they got all of the loose ends, but that one zombie. So that's what Rachel starts off with. You know, Rachel's going to be happy they don't have to deal with that. And then she and the rest of them are going to be called right back to that mall they just had the super fight at. And that's where we left off before our holiday break. You know, they had already fought their third Horseman of the Apocalypse. And in the game, you know, as I said, you know, Alfarius and Grimgoth are going to attack the CERN reactor. Now, the heroes are never going to know why. They're just going to assume it's a part of another villainous plot. But it's all because they're going to try to go to another universe to where Verily Veronica cannot get pregnant by Jason Momoa, who is an Aquaman. So that's going to be a silly plot. And Richella helps us, doesn't you, Richella? And today I organized the game stuff because when we were here, you know, our first game sessions, you know, I decided this needs to organize a little better. So today I put all of the game stuff in specific boxes so I could sit like 3 boxes right here next to me and shuffle through whatever I need when I need it. So I can be a little more efficient at running the game. And that was one of the things that I did today. Is like I said, I got the game stuff is inboxed, organized to where, you know, it'll be a whole lot easier while I'm running the game. So that is going to be coming up soon. Well, the thing is what we've created over there is a world. There really is no catching up. I mean, you know, once again, there's no winning or losing. And over time, I'm going to add more players. And I always planned on at some point trying about 2 sessions a week with different groups. In other words, like 2 superhero teams. That's what I'm eventually going to work to. It's just, I needed a few players that could tell the other players, you know, kind of give them ideas, you know, because once again, teaching 3 or 4 people to play, you know, versus trying to teach a dozen to play. So you get my meaning. So that was what I wanted to do at first. Now, once again, as I said, I was set up for 4 at the start. So I'm going to go ahead and slip Gingy and YouTube Schizophrenic in. And then once again, one of them can branch off and then be the tutor when I take another whole group and add another few players in. Because you see, my other channel, this was my YouTube intent all along. You know, when I came to YouTube, this is what I intended on doing. I intended going over to a little channel and telling stories and having entertainment and doing stuff like Champions. That was my original YouTube intent, but in reality, I do have a talent for commentary, and I was asked to do it. So I do it. I mean, I'm good at it. I enjoy the social interaction, but you know, that channel over there is a private entertainment space, really. You know, compared to drama, and it's not a drama channel. Now, once again, because we're all friends, you know, we might mention the drama of the day, but you know, that's about it. You know, like you would at any other gaming session, you occasionally have small talk. Okay, now I'm thinking like this year's got to be better than the last couple. I mean, now once again, I'm going to stop talking about that since we're 2 minutes to midnight. Or almost 2 minutes to midnight according to this. Now, the last few years have sucked. So mathematically, things have to get better. Now, there is a high chance that China will invade Taiwan this year. Just saying. And if so, it could really suck. Now, the bright point, I think they'll get their ass whipped if they do. Just saying. Because the Germans only had 25 miles to get to England and they wouldn't do it. Taiwan is 100 miles. And you saw what that precision munitions are doing to the Russians. Just imagine landing crafts full of Chinese. I mean, ew. You know, what I see is coral reefs being made out of Chinese people and landing crafts. If they try it. Just saying. So that could make it suck, but if that doesn't happen, you know, the year has to be better. I mean, really. Now, once again, depending on how 365 days from now, I might be giving myself a stern talking to. You know, it's like I was here a year ago telling you that this year had to be better. And one of two things is going to happen in 365 days. I'm either going to say, yes, Roger, it is, or I'm going to say, what in the fuck were you thinking? One of the two. I already know my reaction, so once again, I'll either be pleased with it all or I'll be asking myself questions. Like, what the fuck? But yes, so I'm hoping that our new year will be better. I think it will. Marcellus says, I don't care, I'm stupid. Now, on Grimgoss Community tab, I found today a picture of Rachella when she was a baby. And I want to tell you the story of that picture. I have 3 of them. That was when she first came at me. Now, she was born way too early. And Summer had her in a box in the living room. And that day, I took them out of the box. They'd got their eyes open, and I took them in the bedroom. I put them on the bed, and they had their mommy nippy time. And then this one right here stopped with her nippy and came right at me. And I picked up the phone as she was coming at me, and I clicked 3 pictures. And that one of those pictures was her coming at me. I was like, oh no, it's coming right at me. And she got in my lap. And she's never wanted to get out of my lap since. You know, that was the day. You know, that was the moment that was the first time ever that she was coming at my lap. And when she got to that lap, she found her place. And as you see, this kitty has no bones and it sits in my lap because it decided at that moment to bond with me in that I became her mommy at that point. Well, Happy New Year's, everyone. Yes, it just switched up on my phone. Now, I do have to, that's odd. I do feel a bit of relief that the year's behind. Now, the thing is, it's like at my age until before COVID, you know, you didn't want the next year to happen. But I feel good about it. Yes. Now, the funny thing is, like last year, I mean, it hit midnight and there was boom, 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 boom all around here. Huh. Not a sound this year. I mean, last year, it sounded like a war. This year, nothing. Odd. Yes, very odd. But yes, everyone in the East Coast, welcome to 2023. Now, for those that it's not hit yet, I hope that you have the same sense of relief that I do. Now, once again, I didn't expect this sense of relief, and I didn't expect any feeling at all. But literally, when that thing said 12:01, it just feels like there's a weight off. Well, yeah, YTS, I mean, like I say, last year here, I mean, you know, it's one of those things where you didn't want to be near a window because there were so many gunshots, you know, all those bullets have to come down. So, you know, when it sounds like World War III, it's kind of a good idea to sit away from a window. It's like where I am right here. You know, I'm as far away from a window as I can get in this house. Well, I'm sorry it's shaking your house, Annie, but I know it's just for a moment I was kind of wondering if we had like a portent of doom or something. That was the human being superstitious. You see, we dark elves, we bred that into you too. But I want to say Happy New Year, but let's just say happy it's not last year. Yes. Now, that's what I think. You know, I might do that for tomorrow's stream. You know, instead of Happy New Year, happy it's not last year. Maybe that's it, Ronnie. But yes, that's what I think I'll do for my stream on the regular channel tomorrow. That's what I'll do. Happy not last year. Now, I'm going to go here in a minute because I've been getting up really early. And in all reality, it's late for me right now. Oh, get this, YouTube schizophrenic. For our big inflation ad, they only added $10 a month to my check. So now I'm going to get $914 a month. Yes. I already asked the Dollar General, do they throw out food? But they said they give it to the food bank. And they said they give all their milk to the food bank. And I say, well, good for somebody, because at over $4 a gallon, I won't be buying it. But thank you for coming, and we're going to have comedy lives fairly often here, because most of my subscribers now do like live streams over videos. And I am going to write more material for these. You know, this was kind of like an inaugural test live and get everyone used to it, get people to understand the story. And yeah, I think, you know, this spring, Verily Veronica's going to get pregnant by Jason Momoa, and she's going to start acting like Leticia. And you'll get your karma. I'll have to sit down and watch some Leticia stuff seriously and jot some notes to make some comedy bits out of. But good night, everyone. And Rachel, you will start seeing me soon on the other channel. In fact, I could go live on it right now if I wanted to because it's all set up. But you know what? Roger's going to go to bed. Yep. I'm going to smoke a few hits off this pipe. I'm going to have a little bit of Coca-Cola. I'm going to pull some blankets over me. And I'm going to go to sleep with this kitty. Just saying. Summer was over here on some of the game stuff. But I guess she got up. Now, everyone, thank you for coming. And I will see you on this channel probably next weekend. Maybe sooner. Now, thank you for coming and have a good night.